Hi YouTube. This video is just about some extras that I put in the car over winter. So you can see I've not got some of the normal stuff: torches, tow rope, water, chocolate bars and things like that. I generally keep them in the car all year round. And this is some items that you might want to just add to your car. And obviously a breakdown recovery service is always a good idea, and keeping a fully charged phone, other things like that. And so this is just some extras that I add. Right, so if I start off with this item here, this is a bivy bag. It's a emergency type reflective kind of tin foil like bag. This is a Supercell, I believe they call it. It's called a blizzard bag. That's the trade name for it. And basically it's one of these little bivy bags, but with pockets in. And this is vacuum packed down. You see it's absolutely solid in there, and just keeps it at that size. It is reusable. I'm not sure how durable it is, but I think it's worth having over a normal bivy bag. Although I carry both because may not be just me in the car, or it may be not I'm going to help someone else. So some of the part of the reason I carry this kit is I travel the length and breadth of the UK, and over the winter it's been known that people have been on motorways or main roads. There's been a massive crash in the snow and people have been stranded there for hours. So even if you're a member of the emergency services like the AA, RAC, Green Flag, they might not be able to get to you or do anything. They might be overwhelmed, and indeed the proper emergency services will be too busy doing other stuff unless you're part of the accident. If you're just queued in it, you're unlikely to get help. The other thing is maybe you're on a main road, you're diverted off down country roads you're not familiar with, and you get stranded. So these are things that will certainly help. Now, if you're going out in the winter, even if you're just going to go somewhere and go straight into someone's house or into a business premises where it's warm, take your coat. Take a warm coat, sensible coat, and I usually have hats and gloves with me, but put a spare set in the car. So a warm pair of gloves. This is a snood, just to go around your neck, keep it warm. I prefer that over a scarf. And a hat. I mean, folded up, they take up no room at all. Just chuck them in the back seat or in the boot, pocket in the boot. So then you've got your warm clothing. Another addition to that would be a nice warm pair of socks. That wouldn't be a bad addition. But that may not be enough. The car gets cold in the winter. If you've not got the engine running, then it will quickly come down to the temperature that is outside, and it will give you little protection. It'll obviously keep the elements off of you, but you're going to need to keep warm inside of that car. Or at worst case, you've got to get out of the car. Maybe it's in a dangerous position and you need to relocate to a roadside bank or a woods next to the roads, whatever, something along those lines. So I've got a space blanket. It's called an all-weather blanket. It's orange on one side, and apparently it's the original Space brand. So it's waterproof, snowproof, windproof, and you can see how it's made there. I mean, this was about 15 quid. Various places sell this. I think I bought this from Evacuate. Same you can see on the bivy bag there their logo. I think you can go through their website or through Amazon. I'm not sure if they've got an eBay account, but they've been good. But you know, search, there might be cheaper ones. I've got no affiliation with them, I just had good service from them. So this is what this blanket is. It's plastic, aluminium, a mesh scrim, and then another plastic film. And apparently it's used by the US government, military, police. Basically all it is a blanket. Although it's not got any sort of natural fabric like wool or anything in it. So it's very thin, and what I would imagine this for is ground insulation. It's important that you insulate yourself from the ground, or in the car you could use it to make a cover over you in the car and try and keep a warm area in the car. The glass will lose a lot of heat, the roof's poorly insulated on most cars, and a lot of heat will escape. If you can make almost a tent inside the car, that might help. Then there was the bivy bag that I showed you, and the smaller bivy bags, thermal survival bag. This one is just a bag, but you can see how small it is. It is pretty tiny. You can easily stuff that somewhere in your car, and it could save your life. Now, this will just reflect your heat. So I've got an idea. I've never used it, but my thought is carry a couple of these. These are called Little Hotties. I think there's a couple brands available, and basically they're like I think it's like iron filings inside. They react with the oxygen in the air once you open the sealed packet, and they give off heat. Now they're not hot, but they do give off a reasonable amount of heat. Now obviously your hands and feet are going to get cold, and that's what those ones are for, actually, hand warmers. But in an emergency situation, I'd be in the bivy bag and probably tuck these in the core body areas, armpits, groin, on your chest. Try and keep yourself warm, in the core of your body warm. So have some of those in the car. They're pennies. They're like £1 each if you buy them like that, probably less. Or I bought a massive pack because I put them in my coat just when I'm going for a walk in the winter or going out shopping. That was like a tenner for 40 pairs, so they're cheap. Definitely worth chucking in the car. And then chuck some extra food in. Now I carry snack bars and crisps and stuff in the car anyway, but a hot meal stuck on a motorway in freezing cold, that would be invaluable. So in my EDC I carry stuff that I can eat it with. I'm not sure this one might even have utensils with it, but it's an all-day breakfast. It's got a chemical which heats it up. Put it in a bag, it will heat itself up, and you've got a hot meal. Same with the hot cans. These do exactly the same thing. These are quite big. I think the self-heating meal in this pack would be easier to store somewhere. This can's a bit big. It wouldn't go in a normal cup holder, but it's not massive. You might be able to find room for it. They got long best before dates. I mean, that was 2018, and you see the instructions. You basically open it up, spike it with the tool provided, and it all heats up over sort of 8 to 12 minutes, and that's just bangers and beans. And there it tells you how it works, blah blah blah. Perfect eating temperature of 60 to 70 degrees Celsius. So if you've got room, chuck one of those in. Imagine how grateful someone else in the car would be if you're stuck and you pull a couple of these out for you to tuck into. And the other option, you get coffee as well, but these are the hot chocolate self-heating pots. And All the instructions are on these as well. Remove the lid, press firmly, shake until coloured water disappears and turn it over. Open, wait 3 minutes and enjoy. So a hot drink, possibly a lifesaver, more likely just for comfort, but if you were stuck on the motorway, that would be spot on. So just some worthwhile additions to your car over winter. Let me know what you think, any suggestions you have, and thanks for watching. Bye.